Greetings, Belgian and time and space. This is your host, TheAmariaShadow, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back once again to the more of Let's Play Marvel's Midnight Suns. We're going to be continuing right where we last left off in the last live stream. We're still in the midst of the tutorial, so we need to go and talk to Blade for some reason. And if I'm remembering correctly, it's just to basically give us an idea on how to upgrade stuff in the game, so that's what I'm going to be doing. And we'll just see where we get today in today's live stream. So without further ado, let's get started on our way with today's adventure and see what's in store for us. Come on, see! Whoop. That thing I thought. There's a photo mode? What? Oh, wait a minute.
Welcome to the yard. At least that's what we're calling it these days. Caretaker put me in charge of your training. Too bad she didn't listen to me yesterday. Now that we know what we're up against, I think we can all use the practice. Any questions?
I did, but they are about you.
Right when it's time to train? From all Sarah told us about you, she never described you as lazy.
Everyone loves you when you are dead. Tell me, does that mean you are half-loved?
She didn't describe you as a snarky jackass, but here we are. All right, Tony Stark Jr., ask your questions.
He hated that too!
Can I ask about you?
I guess.
Is your name really Blade?
Is your name really the Hunter?
Yes?
Oh, really? Your mom, before she became the mother of demons, looked into your cradle and decided to name her firstborn child the Hunter.
That is how I understand it.
It takes all kinds.
So, is your name really Blade?
No.
What is it?
It's private.
Is it embarrassing?
No, the Hunter, but I only share it with friends.
You do not consider me a friend?
Not yet. Don't take it personally.
How did you become a Dhampir?
You say that like I had a choice. I was born this way.
How is that possible?
A vampire bit my mother. Problem was, I was still in the womb. I'm lucky I was even born. Don't know if that's how it always is, but that's the way it went down for me.
How long have you been around?
I don't exactly know. I think of myself as mid-20s, maybe. I lost a lot of time. Much of the last century was a blur. I have occasional memories, almost like coming up for air before being yanked back down into the depths.
What happened?
I killed a lot of vampires. I hadn't lost my mind exactly, but I got into a rhythm and never stopped. Never had a reason to stop. Not until I met Caretaker.
And then?
She gave me a reason to stop.
What brought you to the Abbey?
Caretaker. About 10 years ago, she brought me back to the real world. Gave me a place to stay until I came back to myself.
Did she ever say why?
She said she thought I'd be able to kill more vampires if I was acting on more than just instinct. But I know it was more than that. She gave me safe haven here at the Abbey. Something I'd never known. Must have read half the books in the library by the time I headed out. So when she reached out and asked me to be part of this weird little club, of course I showed up.
Tell me about the Midnight Suns.
All right.
Why did you join? Vampire hunting is a solitary affair.
Guess I never found the right team.
Is that all?
No, but that's all I'll share for now. You really want to know? Put in the work. If I trust you, I'll have more to say.
What can you tell me about the others?
Nothing. Ask them yourself.
I'm not asking you to break anyone's confidence.
Fine. Which one?
What about Robbie?
He's exactly what he seems. Well, sort of. He's open with people, Easygoing. Sometimes that comes across as dopey, but don't get the wrong impression. He's quick to make friends, and once he does, he's your friend for life. So don't let him down, or I'll hold it against you. Anyone else?
Tell me about Nico.
She's the youngest, but she acts like she's in charge.
Why let her act like that?
She's usually right, and she keeps us on track. I didn't think we'd get along, but we wouldn't be the Midnight Suns without her.
What makes you say that?
She has a lot of heart, and that's why we let her. Anyone else?
What do you know about magic?
Keeps to herself.
That is it?
She's a private person. Until she lets you in, that's all you need to know.
When does she let people in?
At her own pace. Respect that, and it'll happen faster than you think. Anybody else?
Tell me what you think of Sarah.
Well, there are a few people I tolerate, even less who I like. Sarah, I respect. She sees the big picture, and we're a part of it. I'd follow her to hell if I had to. And from what I understand, we may have to.
I am surprised she commands such respect.
I'm surprised that you're surprised. You know what she's like more than any of us.
I do.
Anyone else?
Nobody else.
Sure.
Do you have any thoughts on the team as a whole?
I think we're the only ones aware of the danger Lilith poses to this world. And I think we're pretty green. But enough training will get us through it. Speaking of training, we doing this, or are we gonna keep wasting daylight?
I am ready to train.
Finally.
No!
Hunter. What's up?
Can I ask about you?
I guess.
Is your name... Thanks, Blade.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Practice makes perfect.
If Hero possesses two copies of an
we've got
ability, they can be
something for
combined to create a
everyone.
new, more powerful version. Yes.
Peace.
Like the way you move out there, Hunter. Guess Dr. Strange picked the right supernatural demon hunter to resurrect. I'm Carol Danvers, but you can call me Captain Marvel. Kidding, Carol's fine. Just thought I'd throw a bone to the Avengers PR team. Not gonna lie, going a few rounds in Vampire Guy's Magic Thunderdome sounds like fun, but we've got bigger fish to fry. Well, not so much fish as that ginormous invulnerable sewer monster that swallowed the Sanctum.
Every lock has its key.
True, if only a man-eating alien demon monster hadn't eaten ours. But that got me thinking. Strange, Caretaker, and the rest of the funky bunch can try and magic their way through that shield all they want. If my time as a pilot taught me one thing, it's that sometimes you've got to find a workaround. As in Hydra, they've got to know the way inside. Steve's always said they aren't much for talking. But then again, I'm told I can be rather persuasive when I need to be.
Just how far are you willing to go, Captain?
Let's just say that I'm willing to unleash the power of a quantum singularity white hole on them if need be.
A quantum what?
You'll see. Find me in the war room when you're finished here. There's a few things we should discuss. Oh, and Hunter? Welcome back from the dead.
Nothing is certain these days, but these readings are too distinct to ignore.
Hey,
The gamma
Bruce.
signature is...
Sorry, Bruce, we lost you. Did you say gamma?
The gamma signature is completely inverted. The daughter nuclei are being reabsorbed into the parent nuclei, which is impossible.
If the gamma signature from the sanctum is really that unique, Bruce, then couldn't we just...
Sorry, still working out a few gremlins in the system.
Try sunlight, and whatever you do, avoid water.
Oh, wait, you're being serious?
We should be able to track this new gamma signature to its source then, right? I'd do it myself, but we seem to be having a little IT trouble today.
Please. Old Central here is ready to grind through that data like chum.
What exactly is a central?
CENTRAL. Cognitive encryption, net transmogrification. We'll figure it out later.
Sending coordinates now. Hope your gremlins enjoy gamma spectroscopy.
Well, he's been a little moody lately, ever since, you know, the problem with the big old green guy.
I heard that.
Banner can't turn into the Hulk? Not sure if we should be frightened or relieved.
That makes two of us.
Oh, hey. Come on. Happens to everyone. Well, okay, not everyone.
Nice work, Bruce.
I know that place. Creepy abandoned warehouse in the bad guy part of town.
My favorite kind. Anybody up for paying it a visit?
Definitely.
Aw, see that? Teamwork goosebumps.
Find me when you're ready.
Multi-million-dollar piece of experimental technology, and she kicks it.
Hey! It usually works like that, you know?
It was just recently that the Hudson Yards Development Restoration Association purchased this entire block. I'll let you think about that one for a minute.
Let's see. Trench coat, sunglasses at night, brooding personality. Something tells me this warehouse race is pretty normal.
Very.
Gamma signatures and unstable isotopes aren't really in my wheelhouse, so we'll be patching Dr. Banner through from Avengers Tower once you reach the other side.
Not bad for our first...
I think this is like right where the the trial ended, so I think this is actually new territory for me.
Probably can scratch abandoned off the description of this place. You seeing this, Bruce? Getting all sorts of weird down there.
Johann Fenhoff. That hack. I heard he was dead. Well, hoped is perhaps the more accurate description.
Calls himself Faustus now.
Dr. Foster, smartest fanatic in the room. It's a small room.
Hydra's resident mad scientist.
Not just Hydras. Liliths. That's magic coming from those crates. I can feel it.
Yeah? How about gamma radiation? You feeling that too? Because that's some pretty evil-looking Hydra tech down there.
Gamma and magic.
I need you to use your science brain on this one, Bruce.
We need to approach this situation carefully. Combining those energies is an explosive proposition at best. Think scalpel, not hammer. Stealth, not strength.
Yeah, I don't do stealth.
Kill them.
Ooh! Time to party! Defeat all enemies to complete the encounter.
I've always considered Faustus a bit of a crackpot, but his fundamental science must be sound.
All
the
right.
device would have surely exploded otherwise after your display, Carol.
Right.
Learned
Chain
it by
2.
watching you, Bruce.
Here it comes.
Not bad.
I'm afraid you might not make it back from this one. That is one way of making your presence known.
We will never forsake her. Payback's gonna be fun.
Hey, that hurt!
Did someone feel a breeze?
Tactics moves allow you to quickly assess the entire battlefield and the condition of enemy units. Activate tactics moves by pressing
I've never
L2.
been one to buy into the science of magic, but the data I'm seeing is hard to ignore. More things in heaven and earth, Horatio.
You know you're talking to a vampire, an alien hybrid, and a resurrected demon hunter, right?
Your time has come.
Ooh!
Invigorating.
Still on my case here?
Captain Marvel can now go binary. Playing 3 Captain Marvel cards will draw the Go Binary ability. In a binary state, Captain Marvel will deal significantly more damage. Captain Marvel will lose her binary state once all of her block has been removed. What? Okay.
We serve until the end.
Not enough.
Reinforcements on approach.
Is it possible he somehow stabilized the rate of decay within the particles themselves? How else could he be achieving such a high yield?
I don't know, Bruce. I'll be sure to ask him when we're done punching out the bad guys.
Ooh, wait, that's a knockback.
Ready up.
I think you got him. Watch me.
I saw a move like that once, centuries ago.
No, my source of power! Oh, you're dead.
Perhaps Faustus's device is worth further study. If you wouldn't mind, Carol, I'd prefer it if you and your supernatural associates not...
Smash it.
Yes.
Weak, even for Hydra.
I think they can arrest you for that in New York, Blade.
Go, now, quickly!
Let's go, go, go!
The water.
The perfect opportunity to field test Mother's device. Get her!
Recover artifact. Retrieve the mysterious artifact from the truck. Break the Hydra shield guard's protection to access the truck. Use the recover artifact card to secure the artifact.
For the record, Bruce, I did not smash that thing.
Noted, Carol. Perhaps you might direct all that energy towards your newfound adversaries instead. And the mysterious cargo they're attempting to
Hydra shield
escape
guard
with?
block the zero in order to break protection.
Looks like we're winning. I'll put this to good use. Watch close.
Nice move. Here we go. Well, that's exciting.
Hydra's in control of the situation.
Ooh! My life!
I think they like me.
They do like you. They attacked you completely.
Regroup and await reinforcements. We stand with the Mother.
Heroes is dazed and unable to act. The other heroes must take a number of actions before the dazed effect wears off. The number of actions that remain are displayed on the dazed hero's health bar.
Preliminary analysis of the blast confirms high levels of gamma and variants.
Let me go ahead and heal the hunter.
Unknown to you, there is dark magic at work here. We must not let Hydra escape with it.
You asked for it.
That.
You make that look almost too easy. You are lucky to still be breathing. You had your chance
And do that.
Was that truly your best?
By her command.
I'm out of commission.
Reinforcements on approach. No one will touch you.
To be crystal clear, we won't be able to recreate Faustus's experiment or track potential future variants' gamma signatures without a baseline resonant sample from his initial occult catalyst.
Got it. Stop the truck. One more. You've really got a one-track mind.
Ooh, perfect lineup.
Now I see why so many fear your strength. They are still coming for me.
Something's wrong.
On Beta, moving into position. We are immovable.
These delays can be quite frustrating. Infuriating, even. I suppose by now I'd normally be dropping through the warehouse, hurling the puny truck at the moon.
Don't worry, Bruce. I've got a pair of torn purple pants with your name on them.
Maybe you should teach me that one.
Lilith has sent you here to die. I hope you are prepared.
For the mother!
As long as I get to hit you back.
That will not slow me down.
I was born for this.
Hydra doesn't know when to quit.
Yeah.
I usually prefer quiet entries.
Leave some for the rest of us.
Let's do it.
Never seen that before.
The supply crate hasn't been recovered. Defeat the remaining enemies to complete the mission.
One less thing to
Gotcha.
worry about. Approximately 16,342 more to go. I suggest starting with the remaining Hydra forces in your vicinity.
Over the years, Lilith decided. Welcome assistance.
About. Your mother.
What?
They cannot possibly match your strength.
We've done it!
What is this thing?
Bad guy crate. Full of bad guy stuff.
I know those symbols from the time of the first hunt. That glyph means barrier, that one almighty. Something, something, gods and demons.
So a spooky bad guy crate.
Very spooky. Designed to contain powerful magic. Be careful.
Got it. Don't cross the streams.
Never do. How about we get this thing back to the Abbey and see for ourselves? Nice job out there, kid. I mean, I didn't get Hydra bombed until my 10th run with the Avengers.
Kid, you do know that I'm a good 3 centuries older than you, right?
Then you've got a lot of catching up to do.
Okay, Abbey tournament tonight.
Sure about that? Last one got a little heated.
The eternal spirits of vengeance take technical fouls very seriously, especially in the fourth quarter.
Forget it. Tonight is movie night.
It is always movie night. Exactly.
Wow, out of jail again? Who made this game? Wilson Fisk?
Well, if parking is free, clearly no one from Manhattan.
You know what they say? All work and no play is how we ended up with Ultron. Come on. You should hang out.
I should rest. Another time. Let me see. How did this work again?
Nico has sent you a message on Superlink. Open the strategy pause menus using the touchpad, then use L1 to navigate to Superlink. Finally, use R2 to check for new messages. Swooping in at last second to save the day, leading away that carnivorous sludge monster to keep NYC safe. Just gonna say it, he's the astounding Spider-Man. He had too many words. Don't let those words with the red and blue pajamas fool you. Spider-Man is no joke. Wow, looks like somebody made a friend. More like an enemy of an enemy. Starting to think we could use more of those. There's that old Avengers tolerate your spooky, strange teammate attitude I was looking for. I know who's going for this month's Teen Spirit Award. Hashtag Blade cares. I have to go train. Vampire double featured night. How about Duchess of the Damned and Shank? And if we're feeling punchy, want to heckle the entire Dust trilogy? No Shank for me. Other than that, I'm in. Shank is the best cheesy vampire movie ever made. Explain yourself. They weaponize garlic. It's dumb. We should bring snacks. I could microwave garlic fries. I'll bring a jar of garlic dipping sauce. Don't worry, Blade. I'll eat your share of the garlic. True heroism at its finest. Look, I don't have a weakness to the stuff. I just hate garlic breath. Oh no. Daily Bugle repost spot. Oh no. Let me bring out my best J. Jonah Jameson impression. Spider-Man and his amazing friends unleash monster upon city. Garish Bleecker Street Manor sealed off by authorities. When will the Spider menace and his pet ink monster and their trail of destruction through Greenwich Village? And let's not forget about disgraced Surgeon Stephen Strange. Is he in cahoots with the web-slinging wrongdoer? Do you hope to turn his row house into no house? Garish, by the Ancient One, who runs this paper? Mephisto? Figures, I'm not even mentioning the article. Have we heard from our pajama-clad friend? Still nothing, but based on the police brand radio chatter we intercepted, I say they're closing in on Little Italy. Doubt they're stopping for a slice. Everyone knows it's all about the linguine and clam sauce there. At least you didn't say gabagool. Oops, I was reading that. Indeed, I met a gabagool once. We definitely do not want to invoke one of those right now. So, Spider-Man? Not that easy. These boys move too damn fast. Keep at it. Even in New York City, those two stand out. Okay, let's see. Hunter, you there? By the way, this is Nico, in case nobody gave you the rundown on how the spark works. Blade and Cap Marvel just filled us in. Freaky stuff, especially Faustus. And then they all just left me here alone. You should come hang out. Thank you, Nico, but I am tired. Door!
Good. You answered. Getting hard to keep finding ways to say open door around here. And despite what Robbie says, I don't think the staff of One speaks High Elven. Blood magic stuff. Cool room. Spacious. Aw, is that bed for Charlie?
Yes.
So, if you're planning on giving me some sort of brooding code of the stoic warrior speech, I'm immune. Just ask later magic. From what I just saw out there, whatever crazy ancient living weapon stuff Caretaker put you through back in the day did a real number on you. We got a lot of work to do.
Work?
Yeah, talking to people, making friends, basic human stuff. Or quasi-human. You're a Midnight Sun now. One of us.
Nico, I was just Hydra bombed. I could use some rest.
You and me both. Been bad dreams every night for me lately. I, keep seeing Wanda. She... Never mind.
I will meet you outside.
Yes! I'll go nuke us some popcorn and you pick out a movie. Oh, and it may just be the two of us. The others went outside, needed to cool off. Really need to hang a fan over that forge. Or maybe crack open the casket of ancient wonders a little? As long as Caretaker doesn't come up with some busy work in the meantime, I'm perfectly fine here at home.
Okay, watching a movie.
I know this entire situation's gotta suck for you. Not just the whole resurrected, chosen one thing. I get why facing Lilith won't be easy. I was 15 when I found out my mother was capital E evil.
Sorry to hear you went through that.
It was bad, but I learned to deal with it. It's the only way forward, right? Look, I'm glad my mother is gone, but yeah, at times I just want to hear her voice again. Some days I'd give anything to make that happen. Makes me hate her even more.
I did not realize you carried such pain.
I just learned to bury it. You think I can afford a therapist on a superhero salary? I'm kidding. We don't get paid for this. Enough about our crappy parents. You missed out on decades of good movies. It's my solemn duty to fill this knowledge gap with the best examples I can provide. So, the first thing you need to know, the glowing briefcase is a metaphor. I really needed that. So, what did you think of the movie?
I understood more than I should.
How? You've been dead for 3 centuries.
I'm not so sure I was dead. Not exactly. I recall a deep slumber, not the void. I dreamt.
Of what?
Of everything. Much of this world is familiar to me. I know it from my dreams.
That's not creepy at all. So, do you know everything?
No, Think of it like this. I know what a car is, but I have no idea how to drive.
You're up to date, but not omniscient. Then I'm guessing you don't know much about me.
Just what you shared earlier.
You're always free to ask. Like, what's the staff of one? Or who were the runaways?
I had some questions about your staff.
Sure. But first, the basics. The Staff of One interprets words or phrases as spells, but it can only cast a spell once. No repeats.
Can you tell me how the Staff of One functions?
It's, blood magic, so my own blood is required to summon it. You wouldn't believe how many adhesive bandages I go through each year.
What about the words you speak?
They come true. Kind of. And not always the way I expect. It's like making a wish, but you can never make the same wish again.
I had some questions about your old team.
The Runaways? Sure thing.
Were you all heroes who banded together?
No, we were normal kids. We saw each other once a year when our parents got together to reminisce. And then we found out 2 very disturbing things. First, our parents were supervillains who sacrificed children to evil gods. Second, each of us had some sort of powerful birthright. Our parents wanted us to follow in their footsteps.
What did you do?
We ran. But eventually, we realized only the 6 of us could stop our parents and their dark gods, so we faced them and stopped them from destroying reality as we know it. You know, typical kid stuff.
Who was on the team?
At first, Chase with his mad science gear, Molly, our pint-sized powerhouse, Carolina, the solar-powered sweetheart. Gert had a telepathic link to Old Lace, a genetically engineered Deinonychus from the 87th century. I handled the blood magic, though I didn't understand it much. And Alex, well, we don't talk about Alex.
Where are your friends now?
Molly attends Xavier's School for Gifted Youngsters. Carolina left Earth to marry alien nobility. Gert... She didn't make it. After Gert passed, Chase and I had a falling out. The last I heard, he and Old Lace are living at his family home in LA. As for Alex, he chose his side, and it wasn't ours. He died with our parents.
I had some questions about your staff. If each magical effect is unique, do you worry you will run out of words?
Not really. I only use the staff's power when I truly need it. The rest of the time, I rely on more conventional means. Like, you know, magic.
I should get going.
Good timing. Looks like Caretaker wants to speak with you, and wow, I should get to bed. Time flies when you're hanging out.
I'm glad to see you're using your free time productively. Looks like you're finding your way around. Maybe making some new friends.
I was planning on getting some rest, but...
Things are moving at a frantic pace. For all we know, I'll be landing a jet on the roof with Mr. Stark this afternoon. Not quite like it was in the good old days.
To stand still is to move back.
You got that one from Agatha. She used to say it all the time. I always preferred, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Used to.
I am sorry. I should have had this talk with you much sooner. But you should know... Agatha... She's no longer with us.
What? That is impossible. She was so...
fierce, indomitable, or maybe just kind to a fault.
You do not have to do this.
Thank you, but I do. I haven't spoken to anyone about what happened. And more so than anyone, you deserve to know. Agatha died in an accident caused by her protege, Wanda Maximoff, the Scarlet Witch. The Midnight Sun's latest recruit, a powerful spellcaster in her own right. Perhaps the most powerful Agatha and I had ever seen. Wanda's abilities were growing. Too quickly for my liking. Agatha was determined to help her control them. I tried to caution her, but she would not listen. There was an incident. An accident, I'm sure, but...
Agatha was killed.
Yes, incinerated in an instant. Not even ash to remember her by. The others were heartbroken, as was I. But I also saw the danger, the threat, if Wanda's powers were left unchecked. So I did what needed to be done. I sent Wanda away, to the Sanctum Sanctorum, to study under Dr. Strange. I know the others still harbor a great deal of resentment towards me for it.
Oh Lord, this is a, light or darkness? Light or darkness? Nope.
Was Wanda so different from me as a child? Was it that easy to send her away?
I didn't have a choice. Wanda's powers were beyond even her own control. And this time I had no Agatha to help me, as I had with you. I thought she would be safe with Strange. On that part, at least, I was clearly mistaken. Ah, Wanda. Agatha. It seems we've lost them both now. I conjured a small shrine to Agatha's memory on the grounds, hoping to find some solace, a way to move forward. You should pay your respects. Maybe you'll find what I couldn't. Good night, Hunter.
A hunter can follow the path of light or dark through the choices they make in the ambient and the abilities they use in combat. Powerful rewards can be unlocked as hunter moves down either path. Alright. Doggo! Ooh. Take that. And that. And that. Hello, Agatha.
Agatha?
You always did have the most remarkable eyes, Hunter. Just like your mother's. Maybe that's why you're the first.
The first?
To commune with the spirits, of course.
Is this a trick of some kind? Because I am not amused.
No, it's no trick, dear. You're just the first to see me. By now you've heard I had a bit of trouble with my corporeal body. I actually find it quite liberating.
You are dead.
Always straight to the heart of things. That's my Hunter.
You seem strangely at ease about this whole thing.
After 1,000 years of living, you learn to take things in stride. Even death.
And what have you been doing all this time?
Meet me by the cave just over there. You know the one.
The Blood Gate? Caretaker always told me to stay away from that place.
I think we can safely lift the veil on a few more of our secrets. What's the worst that can happen? Ominous-looking portal is known as a Blood Gate, and you're the only one among us who can pass through it.
Blood Gate? Caretaker's handiwork?
Yes, Sarah got a little overprotective after the accident with Wanda. It's become something of a habit for her.
I have noticed that.
What lies beyond is meant for you, as much as it ever was for her. Assuming you're up to the challenge, that is.
You know I am.
I do. But it's always polite to ask.
Whoa.
Trial of the Elder Gods, Offshore. Open the way to the location inspired. Recommended player level 1, current player level 3.
Is it? There was a time when the blood stood within these celestial halls to prove their worth. This particular arena belongs to a goddess who often favored Sarah, Ashtor.
Sarah? Caretaker was here?
Nothing ever comes easy, dear. The Elder Gods felt their descendants needed to earn their blessings, which is why they created these trials to begin with.
Trials? I should have known.
This entire realm exists for that purpose. Trial by combat, with no chance of outside interference.
And this is my challenge?
Yes, but I may have found a loophole they never considered. Why don't you try summoning your four-legged friend?
Charlie!
Charlie?
The old gods are responsible for a great many creations, including your faithful companion.
I think even they tend to forget that. Good luck, dear. As the goddess of balance and order, Ashtor was sometimes called the giver of justice. You can expect a fair fight.
You were too weak for this fight. I am impressed. No mercy, servant. Your mother abandons you.
Ooh. Okay, can't do anything with the rock yet.
They are hoping to wear me down.
Compared to our girl, these hellhounds are nothing but mindless beasts. Don't hesitate to strike. They certainly won't.
Alright,
They cannot
so what does that
possibly
do?
match your strength. You have earned this. Feel my call. Now that was something. Once again, Lilith's servants fall.
Good girl, Charlie. Oh, and you too, Hunter. You finished this trial, but don't worry. The other gods are waiting.
February 13th, 2020. Agatha was just as surprised as I was when it happened. Those shrines out on the grounds, the blood magic, you're not supposed to just walk right in there. And once again, well, here we are. She told me not to worry, but how can I not worry? Trying to gain the blessing of Ashtor without facing her trial? I didn't even know what I was looking for, really. Just some way I could help. Whatever, at least now I can get into Magic's room when she locks me out. Offshore's gift allows magical locks and gates to be opened. Open will allow you to access new areas of the Abbey and its grounds, which are locked by magical means. Okay.
Sarah was right to be wary of this place. But it's your birthright, and I think after everything you've been through, you can handle it now. The two of you, as well as your mother, are the last of your kind, the Blood. Your lineage follows an unbroken line to the old gods themselves. And if you call upon them, you might just find they're actually listening. They won't work miracles for you, but their blessings can be quite useful in the right circumstance. Why don't you ask the goddess Ashtur for her aid in dealing with that barrier over there?
Words of power are magical incantations the hunter can use on the Abbey grounds. Use a word of power, hold R2.
Noble Ashtur guides my hand.
I was hoping that
must be busy.
I was hoping that would work, but I guess not. I need a key.
After all this time, it's still just as beautiful as the first time I laid eyes on it. It's hard to believe Lilith and Caretaker brought this place all the way from Transia. Of course, it was no coincidence that they wound up so close to Salem. This area is particularly attuned to the forces of magic. That's why the Elder God's influence was so prevalent here. And why our sanctuary here has remained all but impregnable over the centuries. And now I'm rambling on like an old sorcerer supreme. Why don't you come see me in the library tomorrow night? Oh, and let's keep this just between the two of us for now. I'm afraid Sarah, Caretaker, isn't ready to see me yet. Good night, Hunter.
I apparently got something new, so let's see here. Oh, I got me a sweater outfit. Gonna apply makeup. Of course. Oh, good lord. Oh, it's not gonna show me because it's all locked. It's all locked. Why is it all locked? Okay, so makeup. Room upgrades. Oh. What? I can upgrade my room? Okay, cool.
Is this thing on? Hunter, please come to the forge at your earliest convenience. Again, that's Hunter to the forge. Thank you. Strange.
Hunter, just in time. His royal weirdness and I were deciding what to do with that nasty little Hydra gift box you found.
Ah, yes. The spooky crate.
The very one. Though it is far from any mere container, I assure you. I am detecting powerful emanations from inside. If this is a sign of what Hydra is after, I fear we are all in grave danger.
My offer still stands. I could fly the thing up and nuke it in orbit. Only way to be sure.
Or we could open it, Tony, and perhaps use the mystical energies I sense inside to our advantage.
Yeah, I heard a we in there. Green goopy gamma serums are one thing. I'm not opening boxes full of mummy curses.
You don't have to. Hunter, if you'll allow me.
Your second funeral, boss.
First things first.
No demons to report here, boss.
But I got a coil.
Welcome to Tony's Scary Demon Cave. I'm Tony, and how may I assist you today? Got some upgrades for you, hot off the press. Or forge.
Ooh. Ooh. Ah, that's a tough one. Do I want to get this one, or do I want to get one for these are new.
If this thing behind me turns into a giant gateway to ancient Egypt, I'm quitting.
Do I want to get this? Apply to mark to every enemy with bleed. I mean, that would be. I mean, if I had something that could mark enemies, that would be cool. Cool. So, but having another attack for the hunter would be very useful. Damage enemy or restore 32 health. So it's basically a heal, a life steal, I guess. Yeah, give me that.
Good day, Hunter.
You gained a new combat ability for a hero. Open their hero screen to equip this new ability. Abilities can be equipped or swapped with cards already in the hero's combat deck. Any unused abilities should be salvaged for essence, which is required for upgrades, items, and more. Wait. Praise the doggo!
Girl, you know that, right?
Good girl!
If Hydra is now working to acquire mystical antiquities, then our situation is very dire indeed. We need to find a way to gain the upper hand.
And you think you can do it with whatever is in the container?
Tony has one of the greatest scientific minds that I've ever seen. I, of course, have an unparalleled understanding of the mystic arts. I have no doubt that we can find a way to research whatever we find in there and have it work in our favor. I just wonder what it could be.
I hope the two of you create something powerful. I want to stop Lilith quickly and decisively.
As I said, I'm sure it can help us. I just need to convince Tony to set his ego aside. His discomfort with the esoteric nature of the arcane might be a problem.
But Tony's eccentricities aside, I know you can make this work.
Right now, with the sanctum out of my reach, I'm fighting with one hand tied behind my back. Metaphorically, that is. If I can find items to research, I can give the Midnight Suns every possible advantage over Lilith and her disciples.
I look forward to seeing what you come up with.
Me too, Hunter. Now, all this talk is going nowhere unless we can get this container open and study what's inside. Approach the anvil, Hunter. We do not have time to spare. You have my undivided attention. In this reality, anyway.
Studying artifacts
This
unlocks
really
more powerful
isn't the
research
ideal
projects have the forge and
environment for
generate
these
significant
parchments.
resources for use in
One
ability
misplaced
upgrades
ember,
and
and
craft.
that'll be all she wrote. By the hoary hosts of Hoggoth, I can hardly believe it.
What? Is it worse than you expected?
No, it's totally unexpected. It's the Eternity Dagger. This was in a place of honor in my bedchamber in the Sanctum for years. The Sanctum Sanctorum is no common domicile to be burglared. These barbarians have no idea what they possessed.
Or perhaps they did. Maybe these artifacts are exactly what Faustus and my mother were after to begin with.
A distressing thought. If they had my dagger, then who knows what others of my priceless possessions have passed through their greedy fingers. The cube of nothingness. The tear of Profia, and most worrisome of all.
Your toothbrush? You, had a little coffee thing going on this morning with your breath?
Oh, Tony.
Sorry. Doc's right, Hunter. I drank 3 glasses of holy water just to walk through the sanctum's front door. Place is like a doomsday vault for all sorts of supernatural nastiness. We need to put a lid on this mess. Pronto.
I believe Carol is already working on it.
At last. Now that this artifact has been returned to its proper owner, we shall see if we can make use of the mystic forces contained within. It's not entirely worthless, just not especially valuable either.
Research points take 1 day to complete a grant powerful rewards like room upgrades, combat items, and hero outfits. What? Is it legitimately 1 day?
Alright, let's get started, Dr. Spooky.
We're not quite finished yet.
Hey, Hunter. Got a sec to spare?
You've been here more in the past few days than I have since... ever. The forge is pretty badass, but the creature trapped inside riles up my own inner demon. Speaking of, there's something you should know about me.
You are bonded with the spirit of vengeance?
Damn, you're good! How could you tell?
You are not the first spirit of vengeance to join the Midnight Suns. I fought beside another just a few days... 3 centuries ago.
Oh man, sometimes when I have crap to work through, I like to get my blood pumping. Why don't we hit the yard for a sparring session? I know Sparky's excited to meet you.
Sparky?
That's what I call my spirit of vengeance. His real name is something you'd see written on a symbol, but with like 12 apostrophes. Also, he's not allowed inside after the incident with caretaker Sumerian sofa.
It would be my honor to spar with a spirit of vengeance.
Wow, he's real excited. Never thought he'd get bouncy, but here we are. Okay, let's do this. I'll get Blade to set things up. Won't take a minute.
I will head to the yard. When you and Sparky trade places, what does he look like?
He's the guy with the flaming metal skull and hellfire chains. Kinda hard to miss.
Hunter, ready to get your burn on? I'm talking training with Ghost Rider. Ready for more? Nice to get some fresh air.
Like playing with fire, huh?
Every day the hunter could choose a new partner to spar with, resulting in increased friendship and unique rewards. Yes, please.
Maybe you should be the speaker.
What? No! I wanted an actual fight! Don't just show me a picture! Aww.
We've got a mission.
You called for me, Captain?
Keep telling ya, Carol works too, but yeah, I did. Now that Tony's finally starting to get a handle on his gremlin problem, I've been able to put Central to good use. Got a lead on some particularly gnarly Hydra operations happening in the city. But we need to move fast if we want to intercept them in time.
Then let us get going.
My thoughts exactly. There's just one problem, though. We seem to have lost our gatekeeper, Magic.
Lost?
Well, I updated her on the mission. She said something I can only assume to be a prolific swear word in Russian and disappeared. Literally. And with no magic...
There is no passage to New York. or anywhere for that matter.
Now you see my problem.
Do not worry, Captain. I will locate and alert her of the team's needs.
There's that can-do, get-it-done, old-timey prophesied savior of humanity attitude I was hoping to see today. Still, you better hurry. Not sure how long Hydra will remain in their current position.
Then I shall make haste.
Yes, you hasten as much as you can, Hunter.
Okay, how long have I been recording? Wow, hours already went by. I'm going to go ahead and end the live stream for today. Just checking a couple of things before I do. Alright. Settings, save, new save. Alright, and with that, that is officially all the time I have for today, because I need to do a couple of chores around the house. I gotta wash dishes, I gotta cut the grass outside. It's getting a bit too tall for my liking, so that's something I'm going to be working on for a little while. Probably will only cut the backyard, because I'm willing to bet it's done gotten pretty hot outside, and I also gotta feed my dog. So, thank y'all for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to check out Mother-Noroi's Twitch channel by the link below. Help her achieve dream, being my God, I believe you can you once wanted. And of course, don't forget to click that little bell button if you should notify whenever I upload a video or live stream to my channel. And most importantly, if you wish to see less than done, you can do so. Check it out on my playlist section. All my videos are there archive your viewing entertainment, so you can watch Let's Plays like God of War, Batman Arkham Knight, Final Fantasy 16, and many, many more. Thank y'all for watching. So as your host, TheAmariaShadow, saying long Z, and I'll see you for the next adventure. Goodbye, everyone!